Picture this, a young 5-year-old, vibrant, happy girl is about to experience the most horrific things that you couldn't even imagine. Her parents are about to enslave her and sell her for commercial sexual exploitation. This doesn't stop there. It keeps going for years. Her parents do it, and then she meets a guy who is a Romeo pimp, and he manages to make her fall in love with him. They have a baby together, and then he starts trafficking her. She is at the end. She wants to end her life. She has lost all hope, and she finds a cell phone and decides to take one last step to finding hope again, and she does a Facebook search for the word hope. Do you remember that day?
I remember it like it was yesterday. So many emotions of that night. She has a phone, she reaches out, and we respond. She doesn't want to live. So I remember talking with her and redirecting her to things that would give her hope, like her daughter, people that want to help her, our team. And we realized we need to help. We need to help her. But so many obstacles are in the way. She's 4 states away from us.
Yeah.
She's out in the cold. She's sitting in a cemetery.
I remember that being the most heartbreaking part of the story. When she said that she literally couldn't be anywhere else. That was the only place that she could be.
Yeah. And so we jumped into action. We needed to get her someplace safe. That was our first priority. So the 7 of us, we start calling local shelters. We call resources, anywhere really that we can get a hold of, trying to find a way to get her someplace safe. And we realized that they have no room. There's no availability, and not because they're not willing to help, but because the need is just so great. And so in talking with her and continuing to connect and give her hope, we realized very quickly that if she's gonna get someplace safe, it's gonna be us. We're gonna have to do it. We are the ones that are going to get her someplace safe that night. And so at 11 o'clock, we're jumping into action, and we are booking a hotel room so that she can have a safe place for the evening. And then it comes time to try to get transportation. And, we have an Uber ordered, but no one's picking up. We can't find someone to just go get her and take her to the hotel.
I remember us even trying to do the luxury car. We were gonna do a luxury car because that seemed like the only viable option.
Yeah. And, I remember sitting there and praying, God, just send someone to get her. Send someone to pick her up. And I remember sitting there, and I got down on my knees in my kitchen floor. And I said, Lord, we can't leave her here. We can't leave her in this cemetery without hope. Send somebody. And he did. He did. We had a cab driver that finally picked up the call, but he had some questions.
Yeah, he did.
Because he said, this area is no good, and it's dangerous. But he still decided, okay, I'm gonna do this. And so he picked her up at the cemetery and brought her safely to just a hotel that we had booked in that city until we could come up with a plan the next day. Right? And so, we have her safe, but the whole time we're on pins and needles, wondering if her trafficker is going to locate her, if he's going to come after her. Are we going to lose contact with her? We were not going to give up on her.
No, we weren't.
And so we knew that if we were going to help her, she needed to come to Florida.
Right.
So she's at the hotel. And we are now planning not to just get her to a safe place, but to bring her to us in Florida.
And I remember that we had to keep talking to her, you know, because she left, but now the real battle began. You know, it was the battle in her mind. It was the battle that, did she make the right decision? Is she going to be able to get through with this? She's paranoid. She's paranoid that her trafficker was going to find her, you know, and she felt horrible. She felt horrible that it wasn't safe to take her daughter at that time, you know, and we just had to keep telling her that it's kind of like the oxygen mask on the plane. You know, you have to take care of yourself first and get yourself safe, and then you can save your daughter.
Right. And, you know, we've heard so many stories of traffickers who they use these victims' loved ones and they hold them over their heads to keep them in prison. And so just continuing to connect and talk and give her hope. And, you know, she did not feel worthy of saving. And so we make bus plans, we buy plane tickets, we get her to Florida, and she's here.
She is here. It is so amazing to me that just, you know, just a few weeks ago that we were not here, you know, and here we are, just 7 of us living regular lives, having children, having 9-to-5 jobs. You know, we have this life, but yet we still manage to go after the one that everybody else had forgotten.
7 people decided that they were not going to give up on someone.
Yeah.
She literally came with the shirt on her back. Nothing else.
Yeah.
And we brought her here in faith, knowing this great need. We didn't have a safe house before she came, but in a step of faith and in trusting that God would provide, we are under contract for a safe house for our girl and so many that will come after her. We are putting our finances on the line. We are all in, and we will see her through restoration. But we need your help. We need people to come alongside us. We can't turn a blind eye anymore.
No, we can't. It doesn't just stop at a house. She needs so much more. We have the normal day-to-day cost that it takes to own a home, but we also need assistance with trauma counseling, medical attention. We need your help.
You may be wondering how you can specifically get involved, because this is no longer an abstract cause. We have a rescued individual and we have a safe house. We have great needs. So scan the QR code or go to our website and be a hope giver, be a hope warrior. Gather your friends, ask your organizations, ask your church, your businesses. Thank you so much for getting involved, and thank you for joining this fight.